Welcome! Today we are diving into Sabri Subi's incredible book, Sell Like Crazy. We're going to break down his core system, the one he says can get you pretty much as many customers as you can possibly handle. So, let's get right into it.
Okay, let's kick things off with a number that should honestly stop you in your tracks. 96%. According to the book, that is the percentage of businesses that fail within 10 years. It's a shocking, really sobering statistic that hangs over every single person who dares to start a business.
So what is going on here? I mean, is it just a string of bad luck that takes down nearly everyone? Well, the book argues it's something way more fundamental. It's a critical lack of focus on the right things. And that is the exact problem we're here to talk about.
You see, this lack of focus leads most entrepreneurs straight into what Sabri Subi calls the 96% failure trap. You know that feeling, right? Of being constantly busy, totally overworked, completely overwhelmed, but you're just not seeing any real progress in the one area that actually matters, bringing in money.
This trap is filled with things he calls little chores. And these are the tasks that make us feel productive. You know, clearing out the inbox, organizing files, all that stuff. But they don't actually ring the cash register. This is that classic mistake of working in your business instead of on it.
To get out of that trap, it takes a huge mindset shift. It doesn't matter if you're a baker, a builder, or a consultant. The second you decide you want to grow, you're not just a practitioner anymore. You are a marketer. Your number one job is now selling the thing you do, not just doing it.
Okay, so if most of the things we do every day are just a trap, what should we be focusing on? Well, this brings us to the book's big aha moment, a really simple rule that can completely change how you think about your time.
So we're going to start with a concept a lot of you probably already know, the 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle. It's the idea that roughly 80% of your results are going to come from just 20% of your efforts. But this is just the jumping off point for an even more powerful idea.
So here's where it gets really powerful. What happens if you take that vital 20% of your activities, the ones that are already getting you 80% of your results, and you apply the 80-20 rule to that? What are the most effective of your most effective tasks?
You get this number, 4%. Just 4. I want you to take a second and let that sink in. It's such a tiny, almost insignificant looking number, but believe me, its impact is absolutely massive.
Here's the crucial takeaway. Just 4% of your activities, what the book calls highly leveraged activities, are responsible for a staggering 64% of your revenue. Finding and then ruthlessly focusing on this tiny little slice of your work is the key, the absolute key to breaking out of that failure trap.
All right, so now that we know what to focus on, let's talk about who to focus on, because this is where most marketing gets it completely wrong. It leads to tons of wasted money and just crazy competition for a very small prize.
See, at any given time, only about 3% of your potential market is actively looking to buy something. And yet, almost all advertising is just screaming at this tiny little group. This is where the competition is an absolute bloodbath, and the profits are razor thin. Everybody is ignoring this huge opportunity right below the surface.
The real secret to insane growth isn't to fight harder for that 3%. No way. It's to systematically attract, educate, and nurture the other 97%. These are the people who have the problem you solve, but they're still in research mode, or maybe they don't even know they have the problem yet. By helping them, you become the only logical choice when they are finally ready to buy.
So how in the world do we reach this massive, untapped market? Well, it all starts with one fundamental step: deeply, almost obsessively, understanding the person you are trying to help.
As the marketing legend Robert Collier famously put it, you have to enter the conversation already taking place in the customer's mind. Think about that. Your marketing shouldn't feel like an interruption, it should feel like the natural next thought they were about to have anyway.
To do this, Subi gives us what he calls the halo strategy. And this is not about basic stuff like age and gender. Nope, it's about becoming a detective of human psychology, uncovering the raw emotional drivers that truly motivate your customer.
This means you have to ask the right questions. What is keeping them up at night? What are their secret dreams? Where are they online complaining? And, this is crucial, what exact words are they using to describe their problems? That right there, that's marketing gold.
So, once you've entered their world and you truly understand them, the final step is to create the perfect bait, something so valuable and so perfectly aligned with what they need that they simply have to raise their hand and say, "Yep, I want that."
This is what's called a high-value content offer, or an HVCO. So instead of a sales pitch, you're offering a solution.
It's a piece of super valuable information that solves a burning problem for your dream buyer, and you just give it away for free in exchange for their contact info. This is the bait that attracts that huge 97%.
I mean, the difference is just night and day. On one hand, you have a totally generic ad just shouting at the 3%, blending in with all the other noise. On the other, you've got this powerful, intriguing offer that speaks directly to the fears of someone in research mode. Which one do you think actually wins?
So let's put this whole system together. It's really a four-step process. First, you stop chasing the crowded 3% and focus on the huge untapped 97%. Then, you ruthlessly protect your time and pour it into that 4% of activities that actually makes you money. From there, you go deep to understand your dream buyer's inner world. And finally, you craft the perfect bait, that high-value content offer to pull them in and start a conversation.
We'll leave you with one final thought. You're already giving your business 100% of your attention. The question isn't about working harder, it's about whether you're focusing that attention on the right 4%, that tiny fraction of work that will deliver the incredible results you actually deserve.